One Piece is known for its epic adventures, intense battles, and heartwarming moments, but what really sets it apart is its hilarious character antics. From ridiculous moves to laugh-out-loud situations, these moments bring a perfect balance of humor to the series. In today's video, we're diving into the most absurd and funny moves by One Piece characters that will leave you in stitches. So sit back, relax, and watch till the end. Let's get into it. Number 15. Bara Bara Car. Buggy has a unique devil fruit ability called Bara Bara no Mi. He is able to separate his body into several parts and control them in battle. He also has unique moves that sometimes resemble circus scenes. One example is Bara Bara Car. By utilizing a set of wheels and a propulsion machine, Buggy can change like a mini car. This technique is very useful for escaping from the enemy's pursuit. Number 14. Nose Fancy. Have you ever imagined that snot can turn into a deadly weapon? Believe it or not, this does happen in the world of One Piece. Thanks to the power of the Bomu Bomu no Mi, Mr. Five's snot can be an explosive bomb. The way it works is also very practical. Mr. Five just looking for snot in his nostrils. After getting a tip, he will shoot it at the target like a gun bullet. Number 13. Aleki Marimo. If the previous technique relied on poking, Aleki Marimo relies on Kuromarimo's afro hair. The unique hair contains static electricity and can stick to the opponent's body. Kuromarimo used this moment to attack Sanji. While the afro is harmless, it catches fire easily when exposed to fire. This technique is usually combined with the attacks of his partner named Chess. Number 12. Brachiotogeros. Brachiotogeros is arguably one of Queen's most absurd moves. How come? He is able to detach his body parts from the main body until he became similar to a snake. Queen then wraps his body towards the enemy like a python ready to pounce on its prey. With this technique, Queen was able to crush Sanji's bones in an instant. Number 11. Heliceratops. Similar to Queen, Sasaki also has moves that are no less absurd. An example is Heliceratops. This technique was shown by Sasaki when he fought fiercely against General Frankie. When issuing that move, Sasaki twirled the head of his Triceratops like a helicopter blade. He is also able to fly in the air while issuing attacks at his enemies. Number 10. Nipple Lights. Frankie is indeed fit to be called a man who is very creative and strange at the same time. He has a unique ability called nipple lights. As the name implies, he will emit a flashlight through his two nipples. Although not very useful in combat, it is very helpful in dark situations. For example, when the Straw Hat crew is in the depths of the ocean with minimal lighting. The question is, why did Frankie have to put the flashlight in that section? Number 9. Death Wink. The wink of a pretty girl might be called a gift. However, it was a different story if the wink came from Emporio Ivankov's eyes. Once hit by Death Wink's flicker, one would immediately be sent flying. Death Wink is Ivankov's signature move which he often shows in battle. The technique was effective enough to blow away weak enemy troops. He even has a more powerful version, namely Galaxy Wink. Number 8. Pirates Docking 6. Big Emperor. The fight against Oars is one of the biggest challenges for the Straw Hat crew. Oars is very strong and has a body beyond the usual giants, moreover he has the shadow of Luffy. However, the tense battle suddenly turned hilarious when Frankie, Usopp, Chopper, Sanji, and Zoro issued a move called Pirates Docking 6, Big Emperor. They act like cool robots even though it looks bad in Nico Robin's eyes. Number 7. Bubble Master. Soap Sheep. The next most absurd technique is Khalifa's Bubble Master, Soap Sheep. This technique was created thanks to the power of the Awa Awa no Mi Devil Fruit. Khalifa had shown this move when she fought against Nami. When issuing that technique, Khalifa will cover her whole body with soap bubbles so that she looks like a sheep. Even though it looks ridiculous, Khalifa can still launch attacks with this style. Number 6. Tekai, Mushikaku. Kaku is a former CP9 member who has a unique appearance like Pinocchio. Unlike the other CP9 members, he still has a good sense of humor and likes to act silly. This can be seen from one of his moves called Tekai, Mushikaku. When using this technique, Kaku's body will look like a cube. Zoro even shook his head at Kaku's unexpected change in shape. Number 5. Gomu Gomu no Makata Robo. Once again, Luffy created an absurd move when he fought at Eni's lobby. The name of his move is Gomu Gomu no Makata Robo. He would wrap his arms and legs around the target and control it like a robot. This technique is quite effective against enemy troops. Luffy can control his enemy's body and use it as a shield so that the enemy troops are hesitant to attack him. Number 4. Franky Kentoros. After being hit by a sea train and nearly dying, Franky modified his damaged body parts with mechanical objects and tools so that he became a cyborg. He also keeps a lot of useful weapons for fighting. One of Franky's most hilarious and beyond logic techniques is Franky Kentoros. When issuing that moment, he will divide his front legs into 2 parts to turn into a centaurus-like. The funny thing is, his body is not in front, but behind.
Centaur move! It's backwards! Your head's supposed to be in the front!
Number 3. Ramen Kenpo. Wanz is a member of CP7 who once fought against Sanji on the sea train heading to Eni's lobby. He looks very eccentric and ridiculous. Additionally, he uses a special martial arts style known as Ramen Kenpo. The martial arts style is somewhat hilarious and funny. Wanz uses his ramen noodles and his skills as a chef to fight. He can create battle armor and issue a variety of attacks that vary towards the opponent. Number 2. Usopp Pound. In fighting, Usopp often uses a variety of clever and creative tactics. Sometimes he also takes out a ridiculous but effective weapon to deceive the enemy. An example is a giant hammer named Usopp Pound. The hammer is described as having an inscription weighing 5 tons. The enemy who saw the hammer would immediately be shocked and intimidated. In fact, the hammer is just a pod and a hot air balloon combined. It only weighs about 2 kilograms. Number 1. Gomu Gomu no Bo. For those of you who are big fans of One Piece, you must be familiar with Luffy's hilarious move called Gomu Gomu no Bo. Luffy first demonstrated this move when he fought Enel at Skypia. At that time, Luffy's attacks didn't hit Enel at all because Enel used spell aka Kanbunshoku Haki. Feeling irritated, he cleared his mind and just flowed into the fight. And that's it for today, folks. Which attack is your favorite and which made you laugh? Tell us in the comment box. Open the description box and check out some more One Piece videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. Have a nice day.